Hello, you are with me, the voice of ability for persons with disability. United Nations statistics estimate that over 600 million people live with disability globally, and over 400 million people live with disability in Africa. 40% of Africa's population are made up of people living with disability. 10 to 15% of school-age children in Africa live with disability. Ghana's population is over 32 million, and 8% are people living with disability. How does this impact on persons with disability in terms of policy formulation, marriage and family life, education, healthcare, employment, and so on? For those of us in the disability community, discrimination and stigmatization is the root cause of almost every challenge we face. However, success only comes to those who know how to overcome their challenges and not those who know how to avoid challenges. So join me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability, as I navigate my way through the riveting stories, the unbelievable experiences, and the life-transforming journeys of persons with disability on the Helping Hand TV show.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the H4P Organization is 12 years old. Hooray! And H4P, as part of the 12th anniversary, has launched the Chill Awards. The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards is the Chill Awards.
The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards is an award scheme instituted by the H4P Organization to honor and acknowledge people who contribute significantly towards national development and especially the development of the disability community.
Is the Chill Awards. Eligibility to winning the Chill Awards is in the following categories. 1. The individual who has contributed to the sports and entertainment landscape in the disability community. 2. In the area of education. And 3. In entrepreneurship. Is the Chill Awards. And now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the call for application for the 2024 edition of the Chill Awards is open from now to 31st October 2023. Kindly visit the Chill Awards website, chillawards.com, the H4P Organization website, h4porganization.org, and the Helping Hand Show website, helpinghandshow.com. On these websites, click on the Process tab from the menu and fill the displayed form with your details. Click on the Submit button and receive a notification for a successful registration. You can equally send your nominations via our WhatsApp line on +233 209 555 777 or call H4P for further inquiries on +233 596 313 338 or +233 277 552 208. Here's the Chill Awards.
Chill Awards.
The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards. The Chill Awards.
Chill Awards.
Hello and welcome to another exciting and inspirational edition of the Helping Hand TV show, where we seek to throw the spotlight on the abilities of persons with disability. And like I say, you are welcome. Welcome to my world where disability is not inability. Special thanks to DV Unlimited, Company Limited, and Fire Stitch Chapel, my proud sponsors. Thank you so much for staying tuned in. We began a first part of an interview. We began the interview last week, and I'm going to bring you the continuation this week. It's been exciting with my very special guest, who is a mental health activist and an advocate. His name is Duncan Nkoma from Lusaka, Zambia. He joins us all the way from Zambia, and he educates us, he helps us, he motivates us. Very interesting interview. I'm going to take you straight into the interview right after this break. It's a Helping Hand TV show. Stay tuned.
We'll be right back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are with me, the voice of ability on the air for persons with disability. And today I want to introduce you to someone with so much ability. Some people call her the greatest friend. Others call her the sweet companion. And others still call her the faithful worker. She is dependable, reliable, and adorable. And she's committed to lending you a helping hand anytime, anywhere. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome DV Cleaners.
DV Cleaners Alata Samuna Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Aloe Vera Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Body Lotions, DV Cleaners Hair Shampoos, DV Cleaners Hair Conditioners, DV Cleaners Liquid Detergents, DV Cleaners Hand Wash, DV Cleaners Floor Cleaners, DV Cleaners Toilet Cleaners, DV Cleaners Cake Soaps, and now introducing DV Cleaners Hand Sanitizers. For bulk purchase, call us on +233 278 308 246 or +233 244 467 326. DV Cleaners, one of the topmost made in Ghana products. DV Cleaners, proudly Ghanaian.
And so remember that anytime you purchase any of the DV Cleaners range of products, you are lending a helping hand to a person with disability, and you are supporting H4P Organization's special advocacy for persons with disability. DV Cleaners.
Nature's finest touch.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show. Today, I'm so excited because we are educating ourselves. We are learning so much. Thanks to my very special guest, Duncan in Coma, all the way from Zambia. Duncan, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I can't stop saying thank you because you are really bringing help to a lot of people. God richly bless you. I want us to talk some more and help some people some more. You have written a book, Suicide It's Not the Solution. Talk to us about it.
All right. So after I received my sanity, that was after the last attempt of suicide. I had an encounter with God. I told you how I denounced God, how I told God that you are not fair. But then God kept on saving my life. I've been through about 3 accidents in my life when I was young.
Wow.
We had one when I was with my dad. I have scars here, so after my last attempt, I had this encounter with God where God told me that I am not going to die, and he said he wants to use me. It was my first time to just feel the presence of God. I was sleeping, but I felt something was speaking to me and told me, that was the first time I heard the word love. He said, I love you. And,
wow.
It came so strong because I needed somebody who can support me, somebody who can just tell me that I'm special and I am loved. After all the challenges I went through, if sometimes I'm being asked on TV, on different radio stations, how I received, how I managed to get healed from the migraine headaches, and how I just managed to have my souls. But then the truth is, it is God that helped me to just get better, just be where I am today. So I had that encounter with God, and I received my sanity and I gave my life to Christ. My life just turned around. I changed and I started praying. I started worshiping God. I just kind of like forgot that I had a migraine headache. And I must say, until just forgetting, I've forgotten up to now, I've never struggled with a migraine headache. My life just turned around. Then I realized that so many people are going through what I've been through. Because imagine struggling for 12 years like that, where I had depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts. I never knew what mental health is. I asked myself, maybe if I knew what mental health is, I would have definitely reached out to maybe a psychologist, a counselor, to seek for support. But I never actually knew what mental health is. And also I discovered that so many people, whenever I talk to people just tell me, no, you are a man, you are a boy. A boy is not supposed to cry. You need to be strong. But I'm not. I need help. I need help. So that's how I just started writing my book, like just on a piece of paper. I said, suicide is not a solution. I'm going to tell this to everybody that is watching us right now.
Yeah.
When I survived the attempt of suicide and I gave my life to Christ, my problems did not go away. I still had sores on my lips. People kept on laughing at me, my friends. I was still being rejected. Only the migraine headache that left. I was still coming from a broken home. But then what kept on encouraging me so much was the word of God. Yeah. And I could listen to a lot of gospel songs. So my life just turned around, and I said, there are so many people that are struggling out there. Let me just, because when I survived, to my surprise, when I survived the attempt of suicide, I realized that God started connecting to me people that were attempting suicide, people that were suicidal, people struggling with depression, and I started helping them. So what God has done in my life also is that He's given me different leadership positions, because despite of being down in school, I had to rise and I became the deputy head boy for the school. I started just taking different leadership positions in Scripture Union. As I was growing up, in college level. So God started connecting a lot of people to me, and when they share their problems with me, I would reach out to them with my story, and I realized that those people are just being helped like that. And I said, okay, let me just put up my story in a book. That's how I wrote, and I said, suicide is not a solution. Of course, many people would laugh at me like, you've done this book, but then you are still struggling in life. You are still trying to make it. But I said, guys, the most important thing that I overcame the depression, the suicidal thoughts. It's a miracle itself. Yeah. And I'm able to say, and I'm happy with how I'm living my life, and I'm able to say that suicide is not a solution. And by the grace of God, Bishop, I've managed to reach out to over 10,000 plus people worldwide with my story, and most people have been helped with confirmations coming to say, I wanted to kill myself, but just after listening to your story, I'm not going to do it anymore. Like a lot of people have reached out to me, and also the government of Zambia, what they have done is they have taken my book. That's the Ministry of Health in my country. I've done a photo where I'm holding my book, and I'm telling the world that I struggled with depression, but I survived. I got helped. You can also be helped too. And these posters has been spread all over the nation. And most people reach out to me to ask me, oh, I saw a billboard. How did you survive? And I'm there explaining to them, and people are just getting healed like that, and people are getting better, and it makes me happy. Yeah.
Because your testimony is a very powerful one. Your story is very compelling, and that's why we need to push it. We have to let everybody everywhere have a piece of it. How do we get your books?
We just had some challenges where it needed to be worked on in an international standard, and just trying to do a few works here and there, because the most important thing, Bishop, is to start. And when you start,
exactly.
So we started, and we had people come on board and say, I feel we can make it better this way. Yeah. So at the moment, we are not selling the book. We're trying to see how best we can work on it so that it reaches all over the world and people are blessed with it.
Definitely. And I'm sure the more we keep telling your story, the more many people will be helped, because we need a lot more people to be helped. When you were talking, you made a comment about if you knew about mental health, you would have reached out to psychologists and all that. I'll go for a quick break. When I come back, I would ask you the importance of counseling, especially at a school level, primary school and all that. But let me go for a break. When we come back, Duncan is here with me all the way from Zambia. We'll go for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
We'll be right back.
Success is a product of hard and wise work. Here's 60-second success with the Bishop. Stay tuned.
Welcome to 60-second success with the Bishop, where I give you success nuggets for a successful life. What you do daily is a prediction of what you become eventually. So to be successful, you must strive to do well in everything at every time. What you do once a while is never worth the while. So don't wait for too long to do something right. You must realize that what is not tested cannot be trusted. The best way to test something is to practice daily. Remember that if you will succeed eventually, it will be because you are succeeding in putting in the effort daily. If you decide to make each day fruitful, then your year will be fruitful. If you do things daily to make your day good, then you will be assured that your year will be good. Nothing just happens except it happens daily, no matter how small the measure is. It has taken 60 seconds for me to give you the success tip, but it will take more than 60 seconds for you to put it to work in your life. So start your journey to success now.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the H4P Organization is 12 years old. Hooray! And H4P, as part of the 12th anniversary, has launched the Chill Awards. The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards is the Chill Awards.
The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards is an award scheme instituted by the H4P Organization to honor and acknowledge people who contribute significantly towards national development and especially the development of the disability community.
Is the Chill Awards. Eligibility to winning the Chill Awards is in the following categories. 1. The individual who has contributed to the sports and entertainment landscape in the disability community. 2. In the area of education. And 3. In entrepreneurship. Is the Chill Awards. And now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the call for application for the 2024 edition of the Chill Awards is open from now to 31st October 2023. Kindly visit the Chill Awards website, chillawards.com, the H4P Organization website, h4porganization.org, and the Helping Hand Show website, helpinghandshow.com. On these websites, click on the Process tab from the menu and fill the displayed form with your details. Click on the Submit button and receive a notification for a successful registration. You can equally send your nominations via our WhatsApp line on +233 209 555 777 or call H4P for further enquiries on +233 596 313 338 or +233 277 552 208. Here's the Chill Awards.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show. This is a special edition. H4P is 12 years old, and I have my very special friend Duncan Nkoma here with me. He's all the way from Zambia, and he's helping us, sharing his life with us, sharing his experiences with us, helping to strengthen and build a stable society. Duncan, thank you so much, so much for your time.
You're most welcome.
You talked about the fact that if you knew about mental health early enough, you'd have reached out for help. And I'm sure that most people, children, teenagers, if they know about mental health, the suicide rate would come down so much. Talk to me about that and tell me how you think we can help, especially from primary school, secondary school level. How do we go around this?
Thank you. So Bishop, just like I mentioned, I said at the age of 6, I had these migraine headaches and I was going through so much. I was in primary school and I was in secondary school and I went to college. So now, if you can see, Bishop, at the age of 10, it means I was in primary school and I was thinking of committing suicide. We have got a lot of young people, like at the age of 7, a young boy, who just died through an act of suicide.
Yeah.
You see, there's just so much that has to be done. First thing first, what we need to do as Africa, as Zambia, as Ghana, as the world at large, what we need to do is to raise a lot of awareness. Most people need to understand that just like we have got a physical health, we also have got mental health, and their mental health matters. We also need to tell them that they can visit the hospital, they can visit a clinic, and they'll be able to find psychologists, psychiatrists. And now this is also a call to the government. The government needs also to build a lot of mental health facilities. Hospitals, clinics they also need to employ a lot of psychologists, a lot of doctors that deals with mental health. They need to be employed. So the society needs to understand mental health, and also they need to understand that they can actually go to a hospital and also to a clinic and just be able to be attended to. So there's need to raise mental health awareness. And what we are trying to do in Zambia is we are also trying to come up with clubs on mental health in school. And mental health itself just needs to be like, in a way, like it needs to be a subject. Just like we talk about physical health in schools, we also need to talk about mental health. The better young people can learn about mental health, young people need to understand that it's not okay to bully other people.
Exactly.
And then now, it's also the most important thing also is the families. They have got a very big role to play, especially in helping these young people. It also depends on where you are coming from. Today we have got serial killers who are men, because they are coming from broken homes, broken families. These are issues that has to be dealt with. These are families. We need to come on board. We need to know much about mental health. We need to support each other as families. And then, so there's a role of the government, families, and you as an individual. As an individual, you also need to understand what mental health is. Reach out and seek for mental health services. Reach out, talk to somebody.
There's an important thing you raised. I think we need to really talk about it. The issue about bullying. When people mock you, when your friends mock you, they are bullying you and all that, it can stress you out, and it would lead you to walk on the path of suicide. Talk to me about that and how we can solve this issue.
Okay, so how best we can solve it is raising awareness. So we normally move around schools, primary schools and secondary schools, including universities. So I use my story to share with people. Then we go around schools and just raise that awareness and just tell people that bullying is bad, it's not okay. This is what it causes to somebody's brain. And because we come from different backgrounds, other people are not happy at home. And when they come to school, they want to be able to be loved, to feel loved and supported. So we don't need to add on other people's burden, on other people's problems. We need to be a solution, and we need to support each other. So it's important that we raise such kind of awarenesses in primary schools, secondary schools, including universities. What you say towards another person is very much important.
Exactly.
If you tell somebody that you just tell them, words are very painful. So we need to be mindful. This is one of the topic in my book, Suicide is Not a Solution. Being very mindful with what you say. And especially this is a call to parents out there. You're calling your children, oh, you are a dog. Oh, I wish you were not born. Such kind of things, they are not okay for the children's mental health. When they go to school, somebody says things like that and say, you are a dog. That person will just feel like they will just feel like they are lost because their parents tell them the same thing. Then they go to school, it's the same thing. So they feel so lost. And this is why we are having a lot of, for example, Bishop, this is a young man coming from a broken home where this young man didn't feel loved and supported. You now grow up and you are now into a relationship. You find this young girl that is saying, I love you. This young girl is making you feel supported, feel loved, and you feel like, oh, you never received such kind of love before from anywhere. And now, all of a sudden, this young girl comes and says, I think we can't continue anymore. We just have to end things. I actually never loved you. I was just joking. And now this young man looks at where it comes from, and I've been able to receive love from this young lady.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? This is why we are having a lot of young people say it's better to die. Somebody will just say, if I'm not going to have you, then no one else will. So it's better we are just going to end it right here and then. This is why we're having people kill one another, and suicide comes in, and self-killing comes in. So these are very big issues that the world, Africa, and we need to address them. Families, we need to come on board and just focus, give mental health the attention that it deserves.
I'm going to go for a break. When I come back, there's an important thing. Whilst you were talking, it occurred to me. There's an age for social media, and there are people who are mocking people on social media. People are creating, and people actually commit suicide. We are going to go for a break. When we come back, I'd ask my guest. He's an advocate. He's a counselor. He would help us deal with such things. It's a Helping Hand TV show. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
We'll be right back.
It's the music segment on the Helping Hand TV show.
How can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you. Lord, you're my everything. Yeah. How can I express my gratitude? Yeah. For all the many things you've done for me. Yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you, Lord. Lord, you're my everything. I call you Jireh, you're my provider. I call you Nisi, you are my banner. I call you Rapha, you are my healer. Yeah, yeah. Lord, you're my everything. Oh, you're my dinner now. 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 Oh, you're my grandcobia, my bandit, Betty, that's all. Oh, you're my home, baby, my life is in your hands, I can live without you. Yeah, 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 yeah. I can breathe without you. Yeah, yeah. I can move without you. Yeah, yeah. Who am I without you? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I can live without you. Oh God, I can breathe without you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can move without you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Who am I without you? Oh, you're my dinner now. Oh, you're my dinner now.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show. This is the special edition. H4P is 12 years old, and I have a very special friend, a special guest, Duncan in Coma, all the way from Zambia, and he's helping us. He's educating us, he's motivating us, he's encouraging us, and we are so grateful to him. Duncan, thank you so much for your time again.
Thank you, Bishop.
Is the age for social media, this digital world, disabled people, people without disabilities, everybody is into social media and all that, but it has its dark sides, it has its negative sides, and we are recording many more people committing suicide, many more people dying by suicide via the internet and all that. As a counselor, as a psychosocial counselor, how can you help us? I'm sure you've heard of such stories. What are some of the ways we can prevent these suicidal tendencies through the internet?
So on social media, there's all kinds of people.
Yeah.
They are fake people and they are real people.
Yeah.
You know, I think social media is breeding so much peer pressure in the young people.
Yeah.
You find somebody's posting a very nice car, a very nice house.
Yeah.
And you're looking at it, you feel like maybe, for example, I've had people that I've been in school with, and I look at their social media profiles. I'm like, wow, these are happening. Their posts on their social media platforms, and then you wonder and say, then I'm left behind.
Yeah.
Now you also want to start showing the world that you are making it. You're also there.
Yeah.
So you start also living a fake life, trying to show people. But then this is what a lot of us young people are going through right now.
Yeah.
But then social media has got the advantage and the disadvantage.
Yeah.
The advantage is that you can actually find network via social media.
Yeah.
You know, those are some of the advantages it has. You can actually do business on social media,
Yeah.
and it can work for you. But then if you are trying to live a fake life, you're trying to look at what other people are doing, and you find that it's going to be stressing you. You're going to think like you are left behind. You're not making any progress or any difference in life. And also, there's a lot of bullying on social media, cyberbullying.
Yeah.
Especially through the comments. I wrote this in my book as well. This is right now the world is. I don't know what I can say, but you find that maybe a video of a person has been linked on social media. Now let us look at the comments that are going to come from people.
Yeah.
People are going to comment all kind of things. But then the people that comment, do you know that it's stressing and it affects the person that has maybe a video, a picture has been linked, and you're commenting to say, this has happened. Then it's going to affect that person so bad in a way that they'll feel so ashamed to face the world again. So we need to be brothers keepers. We don't need to shame those that have and maybe something has happened. Even people with disabilities, you find that somebody has posted on social media their profile picture, and you begin to laugh at them and say, you don't look good, look at your color, look at your skin, look at this and that. That person begins to feel ashamed. At the end of the day, they'll feel like they don't belong anywhere. So these are the issues, Bishop, that social media today they are struggling with.
Yeah. Integration, I believe, is part of the things you work on as an advocate. Having survived suicide attempts, having gone through mental health challenges, integration. Now, you have been blessed, you've integrated so well, but most people don't have that kind of thing. How do we integrate people back into society when society is so cruel and would never forget, and they'll keep bringing it up, pointing fingers at you that you are the one that did this, you are the one that went through that, and that can be traumatizing. How do we handle that?
So what I can say to the world out there, to the community, is that just like in physical health, you can have malaria. You have malaria, you go to the hospital, you are given medication. We are not supposed to label you as a person or as a malaria person. You say, you are malaria, you are all the time. You're not supposed to label that because, of course, you had malaria, but you no longer have it. It's gone.
Yeah.
So we need to accept you as a person that, that malaria is gone. It still applies with mental health. You can have depression at some point. You can have anxiety at some point. You can have bipolar. But then when the doctor says you no longer have it, then the world needs to accept that you do not have it.
Yeah.
In Zambia, we have got the Mental Health Act 2019. It says if the doctor says you are okay and somebody calls you a fool, then you are at liberty to sue that person.
Wow.
Yes, you're at liberty because so you are able to say, okay, let's go to a psychiatrist doctor or maybe a psychologist, and if we discover that I'm not a fool, then I'll sue you. Then if the doctor says you're not, then you are not. So let us not label people that have been through hard time in their lives, people that have had a mental illness. Let us not label them to be bad people. Let us welcome them. The society needs to welcome them. And even people with disabilities, just like I said, it is not that we applied to be the way we are. We didn't. We let us accept people the way they are.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Duncan. This is incredible. I'll give you about a minute to address this issue to families, especially because if families accept you, like your family, they were there for you and they loved you, they held you. If families play their role well, it will be easy for the society to also accept you, because normally society will look at the reaction from your family members and then they take a cue from that. What would you tell families watching us right now?
Okay, to every family, especially parents, I encourage you to talk about mental health to your children. Be very mindful of what you call your children. Check on your children. Get to know what is it that is happening in their daily lives, in their school. How are they doing? As a parent, I expect you to know that, okay, my child has got a problem in mathematics. I expect you to know that my child has got a problem in biology, so that when your child brings those results, you are able to tell that, oh, my child actually told me that he or she has a problem in maths. So what is it that I'm supposed to do as a parent? It's not okay when the children bring those results to you. You start shouting at them, calling them names. Why did you do this? Why have you failed? Why have you failed? We've been paying for your tuition fee. As a parent, you never took time to get to know your children better, So it's not okay to just begin to shout at them like that. At least bring your children closer. Get to talk to them. Tell them you love them so much. Tell them how handsome and just how special and beautiful they are, so that even when they go to school, when they are being bullied, they'll just say, but then my mom and dad tells me that I'm beautiful and handsome, so I don't think what you're saying is true. As families, let us be able to support one another. The home should be a home of peace, a home of liberty. You find that a lot of young people are just going. You find that even when they go to school, let's get to even talk to them to say, be very mindful of what you say towards other people. You find that even when they go to school, they will not be bullying other people. But if young people are coming from places where their mom and dad fight all the time, their home is abusive, you find that those young people, their environment of growing is not okay. So as families, let us make sure that we have this peaceful environment. As parents, get to know what is happening in the lives of your children. Yeah, so that's my encouragement to families, and I also encourage the government to consider putting mental health as a priority.
Yeah.
We have a challenge, I would say, especially in most of the African countries.
Yeah.
The budgeting for mental health is just too small that it can't do much.
Yeah.
There is need to reach out to rural areas. Mental health is not just for the Western countries.
Yeah.
Mental health, everyone has a mental health and it has to be taken care of. So just as we plan to the budgeting for physical health, for HIV, let's also have a very big budget for mental health. Even if you can't see that this person has got a mental illness, you can't feel it because that person is the one feeling it. Sometimes there are so many people that would come out with a very huge smile, but then deep down they're struggling in their hearts.
Yeah.
This is the challenge with mental health. This is why somehow it's not, but then mental health is real. Please let us support.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my good friend Duncan Nkoma. Thank you so much. This is the segment of the show. I call it the freestyle segment. The freestyle segment is when I allow my guests to do anything. They can sing, they can dance, they can recite a poem, they can do anything freestyle. You are the advocate, you are the activist, you are the counselor. You've helped us, you've taught us, you've educated us, you've motivated us. It's freestyle segment. What would you do for me, Duncan? Freestyle.
I want to make you laugh.
Yes. You have the floor. Okay. Freestyle.
Okay, Bishop, say something and I'll give you a $200. Say something, Bishop. Just something.
Okay, so I would say that I appreciate the good work you are doing in Zambia. So when am I getting my $200? When am I getting my $200?
You have failed, Bishop. You failed. You were just supposed to say something.
That's a good one.
You were just supposed to say something.
That's a good one.
I said, say something. So you've missed. So you are the one supposed to give me $200.
That's a very good one. That's a very good one.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, my very special guest has been Duncan Nkoma. He's a mental health advocate and activist. He's from Lusaka, Zambia. He's really been exciting, educative, and inspirational. Again, thank you so much, Duncan, for your time. Thank you to everybody for staying tuned in to the Helping Hand TV show. For 12 years, we've been doing this job, and God has been good to us. All those who have supported us, thank you so much. Fire City Chapel, my proud sponsors, DV Unlimited Company Limited, my proud sponsors. Thank you so much. And all those that contribute to H4P through the mobile money system, thank you so much for a good job done. I'm so grateful. I'm going to come your way again with your favorite program, the Helping Hand TV show. Until then, remember that disability is not inability. Take good care of yourselves. God richly bless you and stay safe. Thank you again, Duncan. We'll definitely talk again.